New background colors, new candle, new poster that I designed myself, by the way. Same old boring me. But what is going on, my peeps? It feels unbelievably good to be back in front of this camera talking to all of you. You have no idea. So what have you guys missed out on? I've been playing a ton of Fortnite and breaking a ton of PS4 controllers in the process. I've got sick for about 10 days. I just got over that. How have you guys all been, though? I can't wait to see all the comments about how much you guys missed me. Probably will not be a single one of those. But anyway, guys, we got a good recipe to get into to start off the year right. Season 3, by the way, is gonna start with the 8 desserts in one pan. You guys went ballistic suggesting this when it came out. I, for one, refuse to believe that both apple and pumpkin pie, chocolate chip cookies, cheesecake, banana bread, and s'mores will cook in the same amount of time. But we will find out today, so let's get right into it. So guys, the actual ingredients and recipes for all of these are pretty straightforward. I'm sure the majority of you have cooked most of these desserts you see. And I am gonna make the majority of them homemade, so let's just get right into the easy stuff. I'm gonna first knock out the chocolate chip cookies, and I'm actually gonna substitute the M&M cookies for some sugar cookies. For obvious reasons, of course. If you didn't know, I'm allergic to peanuts. And look at me getting all fancy with these new mixing bowls. I got a new cutting board. Same old flour sifter that does not fit with any bowl that I own. And in about 25 minutes and a couple simple ingredients, I had my chocolate chip cookie dough prepared. I moved on to the sugar cookie stuff. For the recipe that I'm following, you want to prepare all your dry ingredients separately in a different bowl first. Then all of the rest of your ingredients and slowly add in the dry stuff. For each one of these cookies, I used half of an egg, by the way, kind of a pain. And just as quickly as the chocolate chip, our sugar cookie batter is done. I'm not gonna move on to the banana bread, and unfortunately, my bananas are nowhere near ripe enough to make a banana bread with, so I'm actually gonna try something I saw on a life hack video, and just toss those in a 300-degree oven for about 18 minutes, and afterwards, they look really brown, but they are now super mushy and workable for this recipe. This is another just super simple, really basic recipe, some vanilla and flour, a little bit of egg, and we are moving right along because 3 of our 8 desserts are ready to go. Number 4 is going to be our cheesecake, and literally the first recipe of the year has to involve this, of course. How could it not? I do want to mention, because I can't help myself, the fact that cheesecake is 90% cream cheese makes me want to actually vomit. I don't know how any human eats this nasty stuff, but I finished it and moved on. Now, I am gonna admit, for the brownies, I just used a normal boxed mix. I think these are gonna work a little bit easier for putting them in between 8 different other desserts. So I just followed the instructions on the box and it came out good. Surprise, surprise. And lastly, we have to prepare our delicious fresh pie filling with some farm fresh apples and some delicious fresh pumpkin. I cannot be bothered to take the time to make whole batches of 2 different pie fillings and then only use a cup of each. I'm sorry. The very last thing I have to do, though, before I whip this all together is roll out my pie crust, which was a little bit of a headache. I wasn't really sure of the exact dimensions I was trying to go for. I was trying to piece 2 different crusts together. It was a pain. Also, rolling out and cutting these little dividers, like 1 inch high, that's even worse. So if you want to try this, good luck. And now we can finally move on to assembling this. I actually have the same cookie tray that they used in the video. I was shocked when I found this in my basement. And obviously I already have the pie crust on there, and I went to do the cookie dough and realized I missed an important step. David, you are an idiot. You need to put parchment paper down first, or else this whole thing will be a sticky mess. Luckily, that part was actually kind of easy, so we're gonna move on. I grabbed both of my cookie doughs and rolled them out with the rolling pin, cut them into about 4 by 6 rectangles and threw those right down. I dumped in some of my brownie mix, which is super runny. I'm worried that this is gonna run all over my pan, so I'm gonna try to work pretty quick here. But next up, I threw down some graham crackers along the sides of my cookie and across the bottom. These actually ended up fitting pretty perfectly. I just had to cut off the tips. And with that, we're gonna throw down some chocolate and marshmallows. This is probably what I'm most nervous about burning. I've never cooked s'mores for an hour, so we will see. Next up, I filled in my pie crust, one side with the apple pie filling, the other with the pumpkin. Yes, I know I'm gonna get a lot of flack for using this canned crap. It just has to be done today, okay? We're gonna ease our way back into these videos. And finally, finish off that middle, one half being with the banana bread batter, another separation with some more graham crackers across the sides and the bottom, and our disgusting cheesecake filling. Now, after 1 hour at 300 degrees in the oven, I was shocked to see that the majority of this seemed pretty well cooked. Although I'm definitely not a cheesecake expert, so it remains to be seen about that, but I got a couple pieces and I'm excited to try them out. So right here, ladies and gentlemen, are the main junctions in our dessert with half and half or 4/4 of everything. I think I'm gonna try for the simple stuff first. This is brownie and sugar cookie. I'm mostly testing how well cooked all this stuff is, because I'm really intrigued. The brownie's very good though. I don't know if that was a very bland sugar cookie recipe, or I cooked it too long. It kind of don't taste like anything. Let's get some of our delicious apple and pumpkin pies, fresh from the grove. For some reason, I really like that pre-made apple pie filling. I kind of think of it as its own thing, but it's good, I don't mind it. The pumpkin's kind of gross, I'm not gonna lie. This right here is what I'm most excited for. When can you get a single 2-inch square with a chocolate chip cookie, brownie, sugar cookie, and a s'more? Where? Tell me. I have to say I'm most impressed with how everything kind of like mended together. Like it's all one cohesive piece, it's not falling apart. The marshmallows are like burnt to a crisp. It tastes good, but it's just weird. So alright guys, this turned out pretty good. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. I'll see you later. Bye. I don't want to eat the cheesecake. This doesn't even smell good. It smells like a dirty public bathroom. And no thank you. Ooh, look at that mess.
Oh, look at that mess.
But I hope you guys enjoyed today's Buzzfeed test. If you did, slap a like on this video. I am so happy to be back. You have no idea. My break was great. It was much needed. But I miss you guys. I really do. Like, during the day, I don't do much else. A couple quick announcements for those of you that made it to the end of the video. Number one, I'm starting a brand new series within the next 10 days or so. I gotta get a few things ironed out first. It's kind of similar to something I've done in the past, but a lot of changes have been made, so we'll see how it goes. Number two, I'm gonna do the mail vlog mixed with a Q&A coming up on my second channel, so look out for that. And number three, I know it's very early, but I am definitely going to Playlist Orlando this year. Get tickets. I gotta hang out with some of you. I missed a lot of you last year. Other than that though, have an absolutely awesome rest of your week, and I'll see you right back here for the next one.